Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from our comfy couch here on the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon Reviews for July 19th, 2020 with your host, Peter2448 and Rampant Epsilon.
Hi. I about forgot where we had the notes stored.
I was about to say, you set up the folder for it.
Yep. But I've also set up the folders for like everything else too, so I've got them all right there together, and I really need to clean it up.
Mm-hmm. Also, hey Charizard. Coincidentally enough, I've been listening to the I don't remember what version of Climax Jump it is by name, but it's the one that's sung by the Foramajin. I've been listening to that one a lot recently. I like that version. Because I think there's like 4 or 5 versions of Climax Jump, which is Deno's opening. Because like you have the normal one, and then I think you have a different one depending on forms, and then you have the Foramajin ones. I think. I don't remember. I feel like there are several versions of Climax Jump for some reason. Nice choice. Very nice choice. Anyway, we're back to 71 Ichigo Nigo, the original series, whichever name you want to give it. 33 through 36. How'd you feel going into these?
Better than coming out of the first one.
True.
That first episode out of this batch was just, what?
Yeah. I'm unfortunately noticing some trends with the writing of this series, and it kind of gets highlighted in this batch of 4 episodes, and I'm just like, What
I'm noticing with it is something that I feel like they didn't quite have a good handle on it at the start. I mean, we still don't have the best handle on it now, but it's 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, it feels like every time we have these filler episodes like this, that we're getting the weird. It's a bunch of random jump cuts and stuff like that. It's like they wrote everything for 2 episodes, but then when they realized, well, this is filler, we don't want to bore people, let's cram it into one, a lot of the stuff that we needed to know got lost.
Mm-hmm.
Because the individual parts, at least to me, kind of make sense why they flow the way they did, but it's when you put them together, it's like, what did I just watch?
Also, did you love how we had a supporting cast member come back randomly in one episode and then disappear again?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, because I didn't know she came back. I thought she was done, and then I saw that scene, and I'm like, wait, why are you here? What happened? Why are you here for this literal one scene and then you're gone?
That literally doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I'm like, what happened? You were gone for several episodes without explanation, but now you're just back hanging out. Like, oh, hi guys, I'm here. Just casually, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's one of those. I was kind of going in, and I was confused after that first one. Just saying.
Yeah.
By the end of it, I was like, I guess that was an episode?
I think any gripes I have are more to Shocker and the lyrics of like the roundabout ways they go about their plans sometimes, of just like, wait, what? Wait, what? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
But I almost kind of feel like I'm more willing to overlook that because of plot reasons.
Yeah, I can.
Because, I mean, quite frankly, and this is a pretty decent comparison. Look at the job tournament that we had in 01.
Oh god, yeah, that's yeah, that feels comparable.
Why couldn't, I mean, let's be honest, guy's a jerk. Why couldn't he have just said, oh, you want me to not buy out your company? Well, screw you, I'm buying it out. I mean, I feel like his character would have done that at that point. Not, oh yeah, we'll play by your little kiddie game rules and make it work. Especially with as underhanded as he was in some of it too. It's one of those, it's like, looking at that and then looking at Shocker's plans, it's like, okay, I will give it for plot reasons. I'll give it a pass on that. The weird, we can't follow a story because it's all over the place, that's where I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Anywho, you ready to get into the recap?
I guess so.
Alright, we kick off with episode 33, Steel Monster Armadillo. So, we're up in the mountains. And I can't help but laugh at this fucking scene because it's hilarious. Where Shocker's new monster, which is an armadillo monster, is getting tested out by curling into a ball and rolling downhill, and sometimes replaced by a prop ball version of him that rolls into people and murders them.
I just realized something though. I see the reference that you're making, and I will name a different character when you finally make that reference.
Yeah. He also rolls into buildings and makes them explode. So more or less, he's Sonic, which is hilarious.
And or, you know, the fact that Toei made Mighty the Armadillo before he existed.
God damn it, you're right. Fuck. God. Too bad Hayato doesn't have electric powers. That would make this fight incredibly easy. So after he does this and murders people, back at the base, Zol wants him to go blow up some gas holders because that's what Shocker does. Instead, no, the great leader has decided, no, you will not do the easy plan that will cause chaos and further our goals. No, you will go kill Hayato. Because that works every other time we do that.
Well, I mean, it's bound to work this time. They have the equivalent of a walking bomb. He makes explosions after he hits. I'm sorry. I've got to make that reference.
Anyway, Hayato, as we see in the next scene, just drives by the club, I think, and is off to go investigate the murders because that's just all he does.
And he already knows what's going on.
More or less. Shocker senses and everything. Tachibana see this, and then Mari drops by with her karate class on their run that she is bribing membership with Rider merch. And, okay, did you get a good look at the medal?
Not really.
Okay, I was about to say, isn't that Hongo on the medal? Because it is the Rider design with blue gloves, and I believe that is Hongo.
It probably is.
So that's not even the current writer of the series.
Okay, but to be fair, also, no one in this universe has noticed the fact that Ryder looks different.
It's true. Also, I love how Mari makes medals for the one that is not here and she has not met. I'm like, could you at least painted the gloves green so that it matches Hayato instead of Hongo, who's not here? Also, she has like a dozen or so of these. Like that she has a lot of them. Where the hell did she get all these medals?
I think didn't they reference later that she made them?
Right, but these are really nice medals.
Yeah.
Like incredibly nice, and apparently can survive being thrown out of a car. So they're durable. Anyway, she's off to go take them to go do some more training and stuff. So we cut over to Hayato, who finds a survivor kneeling behind some masked individual in a brown trench coat and black hat, or black trench coat and black hat, who is conspicuously holding a hand behind him, behind this guy. But he is a survivor until the guy shoves a knife in his back and then runs away when Hayato's like, go get help! And then Hayato turns the guy over and is like, oh no, the knife! Oh no, it was him all along! I have to go after him!
Yeah. Yeah.
The most suspicious person in this area! Hayato, come on! A little more observant, please. Anyway, before Hayato could properly intervene, random woman, who I don't even remember her name, because I think it barely got mentioned.
I think it did get mentioned like once.
Random woman from Brazil, who has a bow and arrow and a bike, shoots an arrow to tell Hayato, no, he is my armadillo to murder, and goes off after him, and Hayato pursues the both of them now, because apparently this woman thinks that her bow and arrows, with no tips on them, it's just the wood shaft, are gonna be enough to kill this monster. It is just a sharpened wood staff. It is not. It just has no like metal tip to it or anything at all.
Well, I mean, we can't give her real arrows because, you know, they get thrown at him later. Because you told me they were actually getting shot at him.
I mean, it could have. This bow could have been like really like low pull power, and it could have just been like, ooh. Hayato probably could have caught one of these just as the actor, just not in character even.
True.
Anyway, back over the club, Taki finds out about Mari's class, and then he wants to go check it out because he ain't got better shit to do right now, so I'm gonna go find out about this class. And, like, I don't know, maybe teach them some lessons. But over to Mari with her class. One of the students just shirks off a little bit off to the side and gets separated and is immediately kidnapped by Shocker. And then Mari is kidnapped by Shocker because they want to use them to draw out Hayato in order to kill him, even though he is currently in pursuit of the monster you would be using to kill him to start with. So why are they kidnapping them to start?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why? Hayato's already after the monster. Why? Why?
Yeah.
Anyway, she starts dropping the medals to give Taki a trail to follow them because he eventually finds, I think, the kid's shoe, and then he just chunks that when he sees the medals. And it's like, huh, this must be Mari's trail. I should follow it.
Forget the kid. Yeah. And I also love the fact that before that point that you have there, where he winds up catching up to the fight. He completely makes a wrong turn. Metal sitting right there where you could see it.
Yep. Taki can't see. Anyway, he eventually catches up to where Hayato is fighting the monster and the girl. The girl is the one who fights him first. Very ineffectually because, again, not properly tipped arrows, also monster with steel skin. This is not going to end well for her unless Hayato intervenes. Which he does after she gets chucked up a cliff and Hayato has to catch her. Also, just to establish her motivation, she wants to kill the monster because the monster killed her family in Brazil. So she came all the way to Japan to kill the monster. That's it. Nothing else. Also, Hayato does also poorly because it is a steel monster, so his rider kick does not work, even though he has a stronger rider kick that he's not using.
And still doesn't use it when come the end of it.
He doesn't use it the entire 4 episodes. Where's your stronger rider kick? Anyway, when the fight goes bad enough, Hayato ends up getting buried in rubble, and then the girl's like, bye, and goes and pursues the monster. Thanks. What is it with everyone leaving Hayato to just die in random places and not help him?
He's fine.
Why don't they help him? Oh no, this man's been buried in rubble. Maybe we should dig him out because, you know, he's the one who could probably kill the monster. Why do we keep forgetting that?
Well, she didn't know.
Fair.
Everyone else, though, yeah.
Fair. Anyway, Taki now arrives, and now him and her, I think, are fighting some goons and the monster. Or no, they're fighting the monster, and then they get cornered, and that's when Hayato shows up as Nico. Only this goes poorly for him again, and then he gets thrown off a cliff into a lake. Which Taki and the girl see, and they proceed to ignore after they almost get thrown off the cliff, but catch themselves. Because they decide to go sneak into the Shocker base on their own to look for Mari and the kid, and not look for Hayato, who got thrown into a lake. Again, why do they keep leaving the rider to die? Shouldn't you go rescue him first out of the lake so he doesn't drown?
You would think, especially because, you know, Taki knows him.
Also, wouldn't it be better to go sneak into the Shocker base with Hayato first before? But anyway, they do this after beating up a bunch of Shocker goons. She actually gets to kill a couple of them with an arrow. Except when they sneak in and get into the cell that the Mari and the kid are in, it's a trap! They're dummies! And they get captured immediately because, of course they do. Because that's about how all their plans go. When it's just them, and Hayato's not involved. And sometimes even when he is involved, they still get captured.
You know, yeah, very true.
Yeah. So, they're all taken to a dam, and Tachibana is also invited to join everyone at the dam by postcard instead of mail knife, which I'm disappointed about. I'm disappointed they did not just throw a knife into the door of the club being like, come to dam!
Well, they don't hate him.
They sure do try to kill everyone but Hayato a lot.
Yep. Well, no, they try to kill Hayato a lot. They fail really easily, usually.
Yeah. They also try to kill everyone else. I'm not so sure about that.
I don't think they hate them just so much as they don't like them.
Probably. Yeah. Anyway, Tachibana tries them out of rescue, immediately captured thanks to rock throw by Armadillo Man. Thankfully, before anyone can get thrown off the dam into the water, like Hayato, he arrives randomly from off screen because he didn't drown in the lake to come save the day. Everyone gets free. Goons get their asses kicked. Monster finally gets a rider kick in the stomach because that's where he's weak. And day is saved and we move on. I tend to tune out at the end of these episodes, to be honest. Same. It's just like, oh, look, it's the final fight. Oh, the monster's going to get blown up by a rider kick now. Good.
Yeah, that's about where I have gotten with it. It's just a point of once we get up to the final fight, I'm like, oh, well, here's the next 5 minutes.
Yep.
Because sometimes, I know rider fights can take a while sometimes, but a lot of these so far in Ichigo/Nego has kind of been drawn out for no reason.
Yeah.
And I think because of the ones that have been drawn out for no reason, it's kind of just got me to the point where I'm like, that happened. Cool.
Yeah. I only noticed it when really dumb fun things happen. Like, I think it's the one in this episode. With the shocker goons and knives. Oh, wait, no. Next episode. Never mind. Anyway, episode 34, Japan in Danger, Gamma Killers Invasion. So, some random scientist, I think, isn't he a scientist? I assume he's a scientist. I love...
No.
Oh.
No, he's like a not FBI kind of guy.
Okay, so not a FBI man is out in a park with his daughter, where a frog monster stalks them and attempts to kidnap the daughter for incredibly roundabout, stupid reasons, as we'll get to.
This one added to the confusion. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. Hayato meets this guy who apparently knows everything. He knows he's a writer, he knows about Shocker, he knows everything. Because we'll get there. It's all part of the...
Because enjoy that while it lasts.
Yes. Anyway, this guy's got info and he wants to talk to Hayato about it. So they head to his home that's got some fancy security system. And by fancy security system, I mean Legends of the Hidden Temple traps. Yeah. That are completely ineffective.
Yeah, he went for the advanced package on the home security.
Total ripoff.
I mean, it did pretty good.
Yes.
It did stop Frog Monster from coming in the front door when Frog Monster could have jumped over the... We'll get there.
Yeah. So, we cut over the Shocker base, where Zol is talking about their plan to split Japan in two by dropping a nuke on a fault line in the middle of Japan, and it will split Japan in half, and oh no, the catastrophe. Except, we can't do it because the scientist, this non-FBI man, knows our plans, and the Frog Man didn't kidnap the daughter so they can blackmail him into not talking about this plan.
Yeah.
Because he just knows about the plan. He's not involved in the plan in any way, and they're not killing him.
Also, to make matters worse, he technically knows of a plan that he doesn't know the information about said plan until they have the witness in the brain sucker machine kind of deal later on.
The brain scanner, the memory viewer.
So right now he just knows they have a plan.
Right.
They don't know what said plan is.
So question. Wait, no, I'll save it for later. So yeah, they're trying to kidnap the daughter instead of murder this man. But they still end up kidnapping the daughter because she got outside the fence of the house and then they were nearby, so they just grabbed her and ran.
Which before that point, that was actually where what I said earlier came from. They tried going in the front gate that literally wasn't as tall as them.
No,
they could have jumped it.
They were scared by the totem pole that said, "You shall not enter. This is a restricted area. Do not enter."
Well, I mean, Shocker Goon number 1 that grabbed the fence is probably a little scared of the fence altogether, but there was no reason why Frog Monster didn't just say, "I'm over."
It gets better. So we cut to the club where shenanigans involving a frog with Goro and the girls, including Hiromi, who's back for this one fucking scene for some reason. More or less, the girls get scared by a frog, and Goro, Taki, and Tachibana are all dicks and just want their ice cream and use a frog to get it.
I mean, that sums up that whole section right there really good.
Yeah. Taki does get called about the kidnapped girl and stuff, so now he's off to go join this. And this is where we find out what the guy knows. He's got a witness that Shaw, the great leader of Shocker, and knows about a plan that that she and like 4 others stumble upon in the Alps on a mountaineering mission. But apparently she doesn't remember because she doesn't have her memory anymore. But we have a fancy machine that will make her remember and project it onto a TV screen. And then we immediately, after getting all this explanation, smash cut to the frog monster trying to kill said girl that Taki saves. So question.
Because apparently we got scenes out of order here, and Hayato had to have known that information before calling Taki, even though we find out that Hayato finds out that information after calling Taki, so it's like, God.
But also, they're trying to kill the girl that does not actually remember anything, but they will not kill the man who has the machine and the information that they want destroyed to start with. Why?
Yep.
Why care about the girl? She doesn't remember. Who cares? Kill this guy.
Because for some stupid reason, Shocker knows he can get the information out of her, so they know, okay, kill her. That's easy solution. But then the same thing that has happened in literally every other scenario similar to this. Person of interest to Shocker has a kid, they get the kid to try to make the person work for them. Every time.
They don't even want him to
fell into the double trap on that whole situation, which made that even stupider than it is.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's so dumb. Yeah. It's so roundabout dumb. Why?
Yeah.
Anyway, Hayato soon arrives to fight the Frogman with, I believe, Mari on the back of the bike, and Mari gets the girl away. Is it Mari or the other girl?
I don't remember. I know that sounds wrong, but they don't hardly get used in this show.
I know, and it absolutely sucks when we had Ruriko to start with, and it's like, we've downgraded to these 2 girls who are kind of just here for extra dialogue.
Yeah. And for the random goof.
Yes. They're here for the comedy.
I mean, I can't even think of a point that I know of in Rider that is so underutilized like that, but is prevalent kind of deal.
I would say maybe the Rider Club later in the show, but no, not after watching Forza recently. I'm like, no, they all get bounced around a lot. Like, I guess Yuki is like gets the least amount of everyone, later in the show, but early on, she's there.
I think, though, it balances out even with them, though.
Yeah. Anyway. Haito arrives. He forces the guy to retreat. While Taki does his usual stick of, oh look, the monster's running away with his goons in single file line. There's one lagging behind. I'm gonna knock that guy out and steal his uniform and sneak in. I literally, as I was watching the episode the first time, just went, oh, Taki's gonna knock him out, isn't he? Yep, there he is, and there's him getting in the uniform, and alright, how long till he's kidnapped? Again. Because he always gets kidnapped when he does this.
Yep. But I mean, I guess too, that also works because he always winds up in the base.
Yeah. Lucky him.
He, now that I'm thinking about that, he actually always makes it to the base.
Mm-hmm.
So he can play good spy all the way up until he gets in there, and then he just forgets what he's doing.
Yep. Anyway, while Taki sneaks in, Hayato breaks in, they both rescue the girl, and then they get the fuck out of there. Which, by the way, that's not the end of the episode. We still got shit. We still got time. I think this is like the halfway point of the episode.
I believe you're right.
Which is hilarious, because most of the notes are for everything before then. Because I think they still spend a good 5 minutes on the memory scene that gets us absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, to save the girl, they go.
And by the way, the thing that you've got mentioned there, I have a comment to make on that too.
Oh, what, the end of the episode?
About the Great Leader.
Oh, okay.
Because it was something that I was like, huh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm betting I'm probably right, actually.
I was about to say, I know what the Great Leader is supposed to look like, and that's not it. That's not even close to his costume. Granted, haven't we done O's Deno recently?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Great Leader. That's what Great Leader normally looks like when he shows up.
Not like Soul with his back turned to the camera.
Yeah. Oh god, was it really?
I'm just gonna say it. It looked like it. If it wasn't, I will be surprised.
Anyway, so they hook up the girl to the machine when they're all back at this guy's house. And they get the footage of her in the base. And the Great Leader of Shocker is just some asshole silhouetted with no distinguishing features, except it might be Soul.
It would not surprise me if they were like, hey, you, turn your back to the camera and just stand there. We're going to have it dim anyhow.
Yeah. It'd be more hilarious if it was actually just a Shocker goon.
It probably would, actually.
Yes, it's just like, yes, it's the Great Leader of Shocker. This one mook.
this random goon.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she was about to reveal some more important stuff, but the machine shorts out, and oh no, she doesn't remember anymore. Oh well. Anyway, Shocker now is breaking into the house because fuck this bullshit. We're breaking in this time. So while Taki and Haito are busy, I think, fighting some of the Shocker goons, the Frogman does get in, gasses the guy, which is going to cause him to lose his memory at the end of the episode, because that's how his newfangled nerve gas power works. I guess. I thought it killed you, and it didn't.
I did too. I thought it made you go crazy right before you died kind of deal, because that was kind of what the test did.
I thought it was literally Joker gas. Because that's what Joker gas does. It makes you laugh and then you die. But no. Anyway, so he's gassed. The evidence and all the stuff he had is burned. Oh no! The monster makes it outside. Hayato and Takahiro pursue. Hayato pursues it to where the bomb is getting dropped off, or getting, I think, picked up by plane, or is it dropped off by plane? I don't remember.
Dropped off by plane, I believe.
Okay. Anyway, Hayato makes it there, and then like Zol, the monster, and a couple goons get in a plane, and then Hayato chases after it on bike, and then, in order to destroy the monster in the plane, he fucking yeets himself into the air, takes out one of the wings just by ramming into it, and then the plane goes boom in midair. Just randomly.
You forgot to add in the by mass shifting and ramming into it.
Yes, because he shows up as big as the fucking plane.
I was like, oh, wow.
This is literally the best part of these 4 episodes. It's literally the best part. Fucking Hayato yeets himself at a plane, takes out a wing, plane goes boom. And Zol somehow survives this because he's in the fucking plane.
No, I don't think it was Zol in the plane. I don't think
No,
Zol ever was in that. It was another commander.
Was it?
Yeah, because I think he said something about sending his regards to Zol.
Hang on, I need to double check this. Was it not Zol in the plane? I am disappointed it's not Zol in the plane, and he just magically survived this. Okay, not that too far. Not quite far enough.
Oh, you're going to have it before me. Never mind.
Probably. Alright, I'm close. They're following the plane.
Just look for the toy plane in the video.
Okay, there's someone wearing a similar uniform to Zol.
That's why I think it was another commander.
Was there just another commander at that scene? Hang on.
I'm almost positive before the fight he made a comment.
Damn it, there
about
is!
It.
Damn it! Fine.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
It would have been funnier.
-5 for no Zol surviving random plane explosion in midair due to Rider yeet.
I mean, it would have been funnier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie.
Anyways, stay safe. Guy's got no memory. I guess they're not going to go after him or the girl anymore. I guess, whatever, we're out for this episode. So how'd you feel about these two?
My head hurts.
I feel that.
Oof.
Yeah. I at least got entertained by plane explosion due to Rider Yeet. I demand that be the name of that move now is Rider Yeet.
I feel like when I was watching, though, I was just... I saw that whole thing, and I'm like, Hayato, no. Hayato, that won't work. Hayato... Well, okay. Okay.
Never mind. You can do this now.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think what he says needs to be changed from Rider Jump to Rider Yeet.
Yep. Because that's a finisher. I'm saying it's a finisher. Anyway, anything else before we move on to the second half?
No.
Alright, episode 35, Murderous Ant Queen Archimedes. Does that really just say? I guess it is Archimedes. Okay.
Unless you look farther in the episode subs and they change it to Antimedes or something stupid like that, and I'm like, oh, why?
I just ignore the monster names, and I just generally describe them as, this is the monster, it's this thing. Because I'm not going to try to remember all these monster names. There's a reason we stopped worrying about monster names later in Rider. and it's just a thing there for people who care.
True.
Anyway, Shocker has decided to hatch another monster from an egg, and this time it is a queen ant. And I want to call special attention to the 3 Shocker scientists behind the monster as it hatches, because they got their arms like, yes, live, we have hatched another monster. I was like, fucking hell. These 3 are hamming it right the fuck up, and I love it.
Yeah.
I am finding the things I love about this series, which is just the ridiculousness of it. So now we have a queen ant monster. And it is tested out at a local bank where it breaks in, murders some people with acid, and then burns some money. Or some other stuff that was there, I guess. They didn't get into what else burned.
Which if it burnt money, then wouldn't that be the opposite of what Shocker's usually wanting?
I mean, they did try to steal gold once, but didn't they try to...
Okay,
wasn't that gold actually...
The next episode?
Oh, yeah, true. Well, that's like 1 billion yen a piece gems. Okay, that's more than that bank has.
But they're torn between cause destruction and make money.
Cause destruction or fund our operation? That's a hard choice.
Okay, to this I'm gonna say, if they tested the monster out on a local bank, that would cause both.
Very true.
It's like, okay, sure. Good one.
Maybe it pocketed some and then stole the rest, or maybe it pocketed some and then burned the rest.
I doubt it. Shocker's not been proven to be that smart.
True.
They have their times.
Yeah. Anyway, we check in with Taki and Hayato, who have found the current Shocker base and are planning to break into it sneakily by taking out some Shocker goons and making one of them tell them where the off switch for this one death laser on the premises that doesn't even kill a bird. Fuck you, Sho. You didn't kill that bird. That bird was still alive. And by the way, the switch is just on a nearby tree that is clearly visible.
Yeah.
It is just hot glued onto the tree. Like, you could have found the switch on your own. Why did you need to interrogate this one grunt? Anyway, so they break in Shocker grunt uniforms. Evade your Legends of the Hidden Temple traps, as usual, because they decided to steal that from the last guy. I guess. I'm gonna assume they did.
I mean, probably.
Yep. And they find a room where one of these eggs is just sitting on the center table with like 6 more on the shelf. And they decide to steal the one on the center table, which sets off the alarm. Why didn't they steal one of the side shelf ones? That probably wouldn't have set off the alarm, maybe?
No, it probably still would have, but yeah, why didn't they try that?
So anyway, since they set up the alarm, they gotta make a break for it, so Taki ends up getting away on his bike with the egg precariously placed in front of him with nothing holding it, not even himself. It's just hovering there,
back and forth.
Yeah, not the best placement there, Taki. This is why we have bags on bikes.
Of course, granted, they already figured out that if it hit the concrete going fast, it'd be fine.
Yeah, because it's made of steel apparently, and Hayato can't break steel. Yeah. Well, it's steel and it's fireproof.
Well, we don't know that at this point, but yeah.
Yeah. And apparently Hayato can't break it. And I'm like, I mean, you could try with your stronger rider kick. I don't know.
Hayato never tried.
No.
He never tried to break it. We honestly don't know if he can or not.
Yep.
Because Hayato's got dumber ideas in store for this egg.
Yes. So like I said, they end up making a break for it. Taki gets away with it. Hayato has to fight the Queen Ant monster that fakes getting ran over in order to stop Taki for like 5 seconds before Hayato shows up and then has to fight him.
Also, that was one of the few times that I've actually been able to call something fixing to happen in this show.
Oh, what? That it was the monster?
Yep.
Well, it doesn't help that they're under this random overpass in the middle of nowhere.
The whole time I was sitting there, I was like, Taki, no. Never mind. You're doing it anyhow. You fool.
But before Hayato can transform, he gets dumped in the anthill dimension that he swiftly breaks out of by just transforming and jumping. Because he got dropped down.
That's how
so
he
just
always
went
gets
up.
out of stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like, Hayato, why are you freaking out? Just jump up! Up! You came from up! Go up!
Okay, to be fair, that should be his answer, period. In a submerged base under the ocean, just jump.
Well, that's always his answer. That's how he always gets out, is just jump. Why are you worried? Jump, you fool! So anyway, after he does this, he fights the monster, and the monster ends up spraying acid on his face. That doesn't disfigure him, but blinds him, so he falls off of this dam that they're fighting on for the second time in this batch alone, and I think like the 5th time overall that one of the two of them has taken a dip into a body of water. I wonder where Inoue gets all his Ryder takes a dip into a water trope from.
Yeah.
It can't be because they keep having a mannequin wear the costume and they throw it off somewhere into water.
I mean, one could joke and be like, they're just trying to see how many of these mannequins float.
True. So, we hard cut to the club where Taki arrives with the egg and shenanigans ensued of being like, hey, test out this egg, and then everyone's like, oh no, it's steel, why? And I love how Tachibana is the responsible one in the scene. I'm like, why would you bring it here? Why? Why are we messing around with this egg that we have no idea what does? That could be a bomb for all we know. I feel like Tachibana is the only side character in the series that gets anything worthwhile.
Yep, and he gets downplayed hard too, is what's bad.
Yep. Also, Hayato just shows up here after taking a dip in the fucking lake. After being sprayed from acid like nothing happened. I guess the water rushed off the acid. What the fuck?
Yeah, because, I mean, we know the acid can eat through doors and...
Wrenches. And the egg itself.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
So it, in theory, should have ate through his helmet and into him.
Yep. Anyway, Hayato goes off to do analysis of the egg. And I guess traces of the acid, because he talks about the acid later.
No, I think he was just doing it off the acid.
Oh, okay. Why? Why don't you take the egg to have it analyzed?
Because that would be the smart and responsible thing to do.
No, instead the egg is going to get left at the club, and the club is on watch duty on the egg, because... Why? Hayato, how many times have we proven that you are the only one who can solve a problem because you are the only one who can punch your way out of the problem that involves a monster? If it's a Shocker Goon, maybe they can handle it. Sometimes.
Well, I mean, Taki was there, so if it was a Shocker Goon, then yeah, they could have handled it.
But if that monster shows up, you're the only one who can save the day because you're the only one who can punch them.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, Shocker ends up tracking down the egg because I don't know if they were able to actually track down the egg or they decided just to check the club first because it'd be the first fucking place they would check.
At this point, probably that one.
Yeah.
Screw having trackers on our stuff. If it disappears and it's not blown up, it's there.
Yes. So the queen sends in hordes of ants, and Tachibana manages to fight them back a little bit with fire. And they escape into like this garage area where they have the egg at the moment. And then they try to burn the egg, but the egg is, fireproof, so can't burn it. And they eventually get cornered by the queen ant, only for Hayato to swiftly arrive. And he takes the egg and leads them into a quarry where, and I love this, where Shocker Grunts try to throw knives at Hayato, and he keeps stealing them to either stab the person next to him or throw them back and stab another person.
Or the one-off throwing it to knock the other knife out of the air.
Yes, they keep giving Hayato weapons. And it feels like the last thing they need to be doing. Because he can already kick their asses without weapons. Maybe you should stop giving him weapons by throwing them at him. So yeah, he eventually takes out the goons, and then he has to fight the monster. But unfortunately, he does not use the egg as a weapon. Instead, uses it to block the acid, and lets it get melted. And then he rider kicks the monster. I am disappointed I did not get to see Hayato try to smash this egg across this monster's face. I am incredibly disappointed. I wanted Hayato to use the egg as a weapon.
Yeah, make the monster trip on it, hit it in the back of the head, something.
Or just throw it at him. Just be like, here, catch!
Well, he wouldn't do that because that's what the monster's wanting. Then we'd have a two-parter. You know I'm right on that's what's bad.
1 second. I need to do something real quick. Anywho, yeah, that's more or less the episode. Which takes us to episode 36, Resurrected Mummy Monster Egyptus. So, Shocker has decided to revive an ancient Egyptian monster to go steal gems for them, or tell them where some hidden gems are that are worth 1 billion yen apiece, I guess. They keep saying 1 billion yen gems, and I don't know if that's 1 billion yen altogether or 1 billion yen apiece.
I was kind of leaning towards all together, but it could be a piece.
Yeah. Oh well. So they revive it, and after this monster tries to burn one of the Shocker goons because it has a flamethrower in its mouth. Soul's like, wait, we just want you to tell us where the jewels are. And he's like, he just speaks gibberish, more or less. I think.
No, he says the one line that he says the entire time.
Oh. Okay.
He is Groot.
More or less.
Literally has the same sound that he makes every time that he talks.
Great. So yeah, he speaks that, and Soul's like, well, I can't understand you. What are you saying? And then one of the Shocker scientists, I guess, chimes in, is like, I know, he understands Japanese, but he can't speak it. Therefore, we need a translator. And then the monster shakes his head like, yes, that is exactly what's happening. And I go, what? Wait, what do you mean you understand it but can't speak it? but why?
You know, I didn't put much thought into that at the moment.
Also, question, if you're a 5,000-year-old Egyptian monster, how the fuck do you understand Japanese to start with? So, this premise is borked already. It gets extremely borked because of a thing that happens later.
I wasn't piecing that together when I watched through, but oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Unless Shocker scientists are magicians too, and they just didn't get the rest of the translator implanted into his brain.
Mm-hmm. So they decide to go for a translator who knows Egyptian, and they find the guy. Only flamethrowers don't have a stun setting, so when the guy tries to run, the Egyptian monster shoots the flamethrower at him and kills him. Slowly. Because he takes a long time to die when they think he's dead. And I'm like, how did you think he was dead? Did you check for a pulse? Because I don't think you did.
No, I think Shocker Game just flipped him over, saw he wasn't moving, and said, oh, he's dead.
Oh, god damn it. So this guy manages to make it after the Shocker and the monster leave. He gets up and makes it to a phone booth and calls this other guy who does have a kid. And is like, yo, this Egyptian monster's back. Be careful, they're gonna come after you next. And he scrolls something, I think he scrolls like the monster's name in Egyptian on the phone booth after he tells this guy, and then he dies. And then Hayato finds this guy, and apparently this isn't the first translator they've accidentally murdered so far. Because Hayato says there's been a string of murders.
No, I don't think he said string. I think there was literally just one other murder.
So you're telling me they've whooped twice already trying to capture a translator? How?
And on top of that, you're also telling me that Hayato looks into every case of murder?
I mean, Japan's... Actually, what is Japan's violent crime rate?
I don't know, but I still find that hard to believe. That he looks into every murder.
I mean, you just gotta look into the suspicious ones. Like, the ones that feel like that, oh, someone got flamethrowered randomly. That might be Shocker.
Okay, but they wouldn't have knew he got flamethrowered.
Well, he probably has, like, some hard, like, third-degree burns or something. So it's like, oh, that's strange.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if he died in the middle of a street like this guy, yeah, having third-degree burns and dying from it would be weird, but we don't know.
Yeah. Look, Hayato's got nothing better to do. What else does he do?
That's the other problem. At
like,
least
he says
with Hongo, we knew when we didn't see him, oh, he was probably riding his bike. Mm-hmm. Hayato, we really don't know. He's just here when it's convenient.
Uh-huh.
And that is a problem now that I'm thinking about that now.
Yeah, Hayato doesn't like being in the show half the time.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Anyway, we check in with the second guy, and Shocker phones in and shows footage of his bored son about to be impaled by a bed of spikes.
Yeah.
He sounds so bored. Oh no, I'm going to be impaled. Oh no.
Help me, they're going to kill me. Help me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like they gave... It's like they've given most of the child actors and actresses that we've had just no direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they were handed the line and said, here, say this.
Yep.
I don't get that. I mean, I know we still get that today, but it's like...
Yep. So they give the guy like 24 hours to decide whether he wants to actually help Shocker or his kid dies in order to translate this monster. And I just have to also go, can't they give him a map and tell him, point to where the jewels are since you understand what we're saying? Can you draw a map?
Well, Yes and no, because of the translated message.
True.
Like, yes, that would get them there, but no, they would not know to talk to the chief of the whatever tribe it was to find out about it.
Would that person even be alive at this moment?
Probably not.
So that is irrelevant.
Yeah. Also, did you go quiet or did Discord break?
I was
Oh, okay.
finding my spot in the notes real quick. So, also, at this point, Taki has the message translated by FBI, which means... Wouldn't the Shocker just been able to send this to someone and just had it translated? Undercover?
Yeah.
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 They're going the long way around for this one fucking thing.
That, or, you know, they could just make sure they left it for Hayato and crew to find it. And then they would do the translation without all this problem?
Yes. They're going long.
It's a case of Shocker's not as stupid as we're presented to it nowadays. But they are to a certain level, too. Because
yes.
they decide the brute force way is the only way.
Okay. So, they get on the trail of the guy. They end up rescuing him when Shocker tries to kidnap him. But when they try to talk to the guy, he doesn't speak. Until he has to answer the knife message, or knife mail, that he gets thrown in at his living room table. So, Draki goes and follows the car that dropped it off. He gets kidnapped, because of course he does. The guy answers the message and follows the monster to the Shocker base when Hayato gets knocked out. Or when Hayato's knocked out.
And I assume he knocked Hayato out because I think it's referenced that later.
Yes.
Why must we, beat the crap out of the one person that could possibly save everyone? Hayato just gets the brunt end of everything.
So, Tom, you know how I was telling you earlier that apparently, according to the rumor, Nintendo would announce the Direct at midnight?
At midnight, they announced the Direct at midnight.
Yes.
And it's what, Wednesday?
No, it's today.
Oh, what? Wait, what?
Yeah. It's 7 a.m. Pacific, so that's 10 o'clock Eastern. And it's a mini partner showcase focused on titles from developers from our developer and development and publishing partners. And it's on it'll share a few updates on a small group of previously announced Nintendo Switch titles, aka no brand new announcements. So
maybe.
They said specifically previously announced Nintendo Switch games.
But it also says focused on the titles from their development and publishing partners. Mm-hmm. Meaning that does technically bring Metroid Prime 3 and possibly any remakes into the picture.
True.
So, while we might not have a lot to go off of, it might mention some of that too.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, to end off the episode, because we're almost done with the episode. Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah, good timing.
The guy does their translation, and then him, the kid, and Taki are left at the base to be killed by pack of dynamite with a long ass fuse that we light at the other end. Why do they keep going to this plan? Where are their remote detonators?
Well, I mean, to be fair, the last time it didn't get stopped the way it does this time.
Yeah, because this time Hayato shows up and pulls the fuse out of the dynamite, which is what he should have done the last time this happened, but okay, sure. The last time he decided to throw the bomb.
This time he actually had enough sense to go, the bomb's useless without the fuse.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Anyway, after he rescues them, he pursues the monster. Quick fight, rider kick, we're done. That's our episode. So what'd you think of this other half? I'm into the absurdity of the series, but I think that's the only thing keeping me in the series at the moment, because there's not a whole lot going on.
I probably have to agree with you on that. Because that's what's bad. The show's not bad. It needed another Passover on some things and, less filler. Like, I think what happened was when Zol got introduced, they knew they had to progress the story some.
Yeah.
But I also think they were at the point where they were figuring, okay, well, Hongo will be back here in a little bit, and we'll be able to, 2v1, and Zol keep progressing. It's one of those, maybe after next week's batch, we might start seeing something better coming from it. I don't know.
I know, and I think it's either this batch or the next batch, we're getting our, big showdown between Hayato and Zol. And also, Hongo's coming back real soon.
Yeah, he is at the end of the next batch.
Okay, good. I think the episode before Hayato or for Hongo comes back is the big showdown between Hayato and Zol. So, yay! Big climactic fight. I'm up for that.
I mean, that will be a good thing, at least. But yeah, it's one of those, I'm kind of with you. The absurdity is kind of there, but at the same time, the lack of doing the once over kind of deal is there too, and that's what's kind of hitting me a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually deleted the bookmarks on Monorake I had for the Shoto X stuff for the original series, because I'm like, I'll wait till we're done in November.
And then decide.
Yeah. Especially because you'd have to buy, 2 of the bikes, so both Hongo and Hayato have their bikes.
Oh, yeah.
Which, weirdly enough, I feel like they haven't properly done Hayato's bike, because he has that weird, like frame thing on the back of his bike sometimes when it's, off-road, which is completely different than Hongo's bike. Don't mind me. I'm distracted by conversation in the Sotopop Discord, because somebody brought up dyeing a figure and that saying it would be an alternative to doing the proto versions of the Gaim suits, but I think that would still cause a problem, because I still think you would need to still paint the silver on them. You would have to repaint the silver. I think I'd have to relook at one of these protos. Because I think, oh yeah, you would. You'd have to repaint the silver. Or, yeah, you'd have to repaint all that. I don't know. You'd have to repaint all the... Alright, never mind. It sounds like a terrible option anyway, because you'd have to bring the water to boil, and then dunk it in the dye. But also, you'd have to leave it in the dye long enough for it to stick. And since you're boiling it, it would make the figure malleable. So you'd have to be very careful bringing it out, or else it's just going to warp. But yeah, anywho. Next week, it's another 4 episodes, with Hongo returning with more supporting cast members that aren't Ruriko, so...
Of course, I think that's literally the last episode in the batch. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like this is the second time we've done that. I just thought of something. I don't remember where the first 3 episode one was. Because I think you had split them up in a weird spot.
I probably didn't intend to split them up in that weird way.
I need to make sure it's not...
57 through 59.
Oh, okay. That's still a ways off.
And then the last one is 3 episodes.
I'm wondering, because I know you said about possibly doing Generations Forever as one. I'm wondering where would be the best spot to maybe squeeze that in to give us a little bit of a shift.
I don't know. Maybe at least one batch after Hongo comes back.
And let's see where we're at there.
Yeah.
Because I definitely don't feel like after next week's batch, because that seems like we're probably going to get stuck somewhere. Because that's that soft transition, and if they do it as kind of screwed up as they did for Hayato, then yeah, we're gonna need that next batch at least.
Yeah. Also, I said in the Discord, more or less, so a lot of work and risk to still have to paint, but now on smaller parts of the figure, I would say suboptimal. A bit suboptimal to be like, hey, I want to do all this figure in black, but also still have to paint all the silver. Which, technically on Guide, you would still be painting it because the gold accents on it would be silver. So you're still painting those no matter what. But it seems incredibly suboptimal and incredibly like, this is probably a bad option to paint your figure. You're probably better actually painting your figure and getting like Gundam markers and stuff. Like I found out that like this one brand that does acrylic paint markers, which acrylic is apparently like one of your better options because it like dries fairly quickly. It's easy to wash off. It's more or less always in marker form. They don't do all paints and markers, but they do give you a kit to put them in markers. And I see that there's now video posted of, oh no, that is just titled, "Dyeing action figures is a huge mistake." So, like I said, suboptimal. Just incredibly suboptimal.
Don't mind me, I'm updating the schedule.
Okay.
Because I just happened to think about it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll be back next week with more episodes, Hongo's return. And between now and then, you're doing Reach and maybe CE Wednesday? Instead of me doing something on Wednesday?
Yes.
So I can hex edit Radiant Dawn to be good?
And I'm gonna put the plan stream start at 10. If I start at 9, I'm probably gonna go ahead and finish C. Truth to be known, I'm probably gonna finish C either way, but that's beside the fact.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's plan Wednesday.
Thursday, we're continuing going Commando. Friday, we are going to end Kingdom Hearts 2, finally, for real this time.
I'm not so sure about that after the Roxas fight.
It'll be fine, unless you get stuck on Luxord, or Syax, or Zegbar, or all of Ansem, or all of Xemnas. I don't know why I said Ansem. All of Xemnas, which, yeah, it should be fine. It's only like 4 more boss fights and then we're done.
So everyone be prepared for an 8-hour stream Friday.
But I hope not. Saturday is TGS, where we get to talk the Nintendo Direct that's in like 7 hours or so.
I forgot to fix that one. I'm glad you said that.
You know, I haven't done a commentary on any of these things in forever.
True. I don't know if today's would be the one though.
No, if it was a main direct, maybe. I'm used to just watching them and then doing a tweet. It's oh hey, that was cool. I like this. But yeah, and then back around to this. So if you like what you've seen, drop a follow. We really appreciate it. Chipping away at that affiliate goal. At TG Saloon on Twitter gets you updates on when we go live. Next Major Point Discord and chat gets Discord link. Drop by, say hi. We got Dropbox for questions. Give us questions. We'll answer them. And we'll see you next time.